This is a pep talk for the soul, following a week of highs and lows that symbolizes the shaky road to recovery facing thousands of Puerto Rican storm survivors. After Hurricane Maria, thousands of families left the island and signed up for the FEMA Transitional Sheltering Assistance Program. It pays for hotel rooms until families can move back into permanent housing. 7 months after the storm, there are nearly 2,700 families still using the motel voucher program, like Milly Santiago and her family.
¿Por qué vino a la Florida? Why'd you come to Florida?
Yo vine a la Florida cuando escuché al gobernador de la Florida.
She says it was never her intention to stay here this long. She thought she would be able to come here for a little while and then go back.
Instead, Santiago is known as the mayor of the Super 8 motel. She helps evacuees who ended up in a string of motels along Highway 192 in Kissimmee, Florida, navigate the red tape of disaster relief. These families say they were told the motel voucher program would last until May. But about 60% of the families were stunned to learn this week they were no longer eligible and about to get kicked out of their rooms a month early. That set off an intense week of rallies, tears, and calls to political leaders and activists demanding help. Then relief as word spread that the FEMA program would likely survive until mid-May. Father Jose Rodriguez says there's no transition plans to help these families get back on their feet.
These are people who have been impacted by a natural disaster. They didn't come here for spring break. They didn't come here for a vacation. They're not out here at the beachside tanning. They're not at the hotel pool.
Have a nice day.
The Florida Project film captured the gritty reality of motel life along Highway 192 in Kissimmee. Since the Great Recession 10 years ago, the marginalized and homeless have found refuge in the cheap rooms on this stretch of highway surrounding the utopia of Disney World.
Don't you think we're going too far? No, just come on. Don't be a loser.
After Hurricane Maria, community activists say about 180 Puerto Rican families moved into these same motels along Highway 192. They say they feel trapped in this motel life because they're working minimum wage jobs, affordable housing is scarce, and the federal disaster benefits just aren't enough. FEMA, though, says that at some point this is no longer a disaster problem, but a social problem, and that the agency is doing everything it can to help these families. FEMA says there is a rental assistance program that's only available to storm victims on the island, not for those who left. Milly Santiago's family left Puerto Rico because the storm wiped out their daycare business, and they came to Florida so her 2 children could enroll in school.
And so now they've been trying to figure out what to do here. Y se quiere quedar aquí. You want to stay here now in Orlando.
Es que ya no tengo de otra.
I don't have a choice now, she says.
¿Ya le llevaste abajo?
Diana Ramos is working part-time and taking culinary classes in hopes she can land a better job in one of the Orlando area theme parks. Without the motel room, she worries she'd be sleeping in her car.
Estoy sumamente asustada. Realmente yo no tengo para dónde irme.
Said I'm incredibly scared. I have no idea where I'm going to go.
Ramos and the other evacuees living on this motel row know time is running out.